What's it all about? A question that is asked, no doubt, by everyone, once or twice in their life, but maybe more frequently as adults. What's it all about? And why is that? Why is that question asked? I'd say it's asked because the majority of people are really unhappy. And they're hoping to be made happy by whatever is on television, whatever's in the fridge, whatever's in the bed, whatever you see in the mirror, whatever you find in the supermarket, wherever your car takes you, whatever's in your bank. And you know it's all temporary happiness. You know it doesn't last. You know it's not sustaining. So why? That's why you ask the question, what's it all about? Why am I here? But once you're there, once you're awake with a capital A, the question doesn't arise. So why am I here? It's because I'm here. Why am I talking to you? Because I am. Why is that water hot and that water cold? Because it is. But we've got many answers for certain things. That's hot because it's become hot due to heat, due to electricity. That's hot because I put the switch down. How come I put the switch down? How did that happen? Because I saw the switch was up, so I put it down. Because I had the desire for the water to be hot, to put the switch down. For the kettle to boil. Why was the kettle being boiled? Because I want a cup of tea. Why do I want a cup of tea? Because I feel like one. Where did that feeling come from? Well, I saw the tea there and I thought, oh, it'd be nice to have a cup of tea. Or, oh, I feel like a cup of tea. Oh, I've just had enough. So where does the thought come? Why does the thought? What's it all about come from? Despair, unhappiness, or just simply because you want to know what it's all about? Because that's the way the ego works, wanting to know. No, 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 no. K-N-O-W. But as I said, once you're lost in what you're doing, once you're there and immersing yourself and you're so bloody happy, you're ecstatic, there's such a joy in doing whatever you're doing. Even blowing your nose, picking up a tissue, there's a great joy in it. To know that there's a tissue there for me to reach out for. I mean, that in itself is a miracle or a mystery or whatever. To have all the things around us that we have. But you think it's not a mystery because you manipulated it. It's a happening that you conjured up, you calculated. You got in your car and went to the supermarket with such determination before it all was sold out or before you ran out. Horrible, isn't it? That's not what it's all about. That's what you're doing, possibly, manipulating and acting like a gun or a tank throughout your daily life. That's not how the human being should be lived, would be living. See, the human being needs to be lived. You've got to allow yourself to be lived. We're here to create and destroy. That's what we are. Both the creation and the destroying. What am I destroying at this time? Well, if you like, I'm interfering with silence. Now there's silence. It's a great stillness in me. Fall in love with me. Capital N, capital E, me. That which hasn't got a voice, fall in love with that. That hasn't got a label, fall in love with that. Water hasn't got a voice, so someone has to speak for water. When we were children, we were taught this is water. So it was the parents' voice that told us this is water. Water couldn't tell me it's water. But I would find out, even if I hadn't been told it was water. Children are very inquisitive. Everything goes in the mouth. As babies. The baby is using the senses as they should be used. And they're told off. Don't do that. By us adults who seem to know best. See, God isn't allowed to live. The creative spirit isn't allowed to be simply creative here, there and everywhere. As a child, my mother hated me being so happy. Don't like you like that when I was ecstatic. And as an adult, I realised that ecstasy was only really allowed on stage. True happiness for comedians. Everything has its place. Not allowed to be ecstatic in the library, for instance. Or in the classroom. I got punished. So many times for being happy, for being spontaneous. I wanted to try out the piano. I got told off for it. Music master slapped me on my hand. This wants to be in charge. It won't allow God. So what was the beginning of this video? Silence. What's the point of it all? That was what there's no point when you're there. You're just there. When you've arrived at your destiny, there's nowhere else to go. You're there. God will live you. You will be. You know that you are being lived by that great power, spirit, force. Which has all those qualities: joy, love, happiness, delight, intimacy, already relational. Ah! That could be loud as well. This can be a huge power. Do you want to hear me shout? No! can sing. La da dum, la da dum, la da da do, da da do, da da do. This is a loving mother will to the child. Lullaby. La da dum, la da da do, 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 do. The mother and the child. She's there with the child. The child is falling asleep. The mother has no desire to be elsewhere. There's no pull from something else or someone else. They're just there with the child and with the sound of the music. La da dum, la da dum, la da da dum. But we wouldn't sing la la la, la la la, la 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 la, la la la. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, in a sexy way. To a little child going to sleep. But there's no reason why you shouldn't. But the child may be stimulated to stay awake. Giving the child energy then. That's another story. So, the reason why we're here, there's no reason. But you can think of a reason. You can think of many reasons. But none of those reasons will be the answer for the mother singing to the child a little lullaby, full of love and happiness and heart-rending love. You don't have to have a reason, you're just doing it. Adida says, it's unreasonable. Be unreasonably happy. It's a joy to live, joy to get up in the morning, joy to go back to bed. Not because you're tired. It's just a done thing. Because it's necessary. Get out of the way and let God live you. I've always been a God man. Godwards.